Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, this is Stephanie Ann here. Welcome to Girls Gone Vegan. So glad to see you today. I'm really cooking a new recipe that I've never tried today, so this is kind of exciting. I am making garlic sesame tofu with a brown turmeric rice, and this is a delicious recipe. I've had it before in other places, and I thought I would bring it into my home and try it here. So I'm really excited. I'm so glad you're joining me, and it's great to see you. We've been off for a couple weeks, so I'm really antsy to get back here into the kitchen, and this is great. I tell you, I'm one of those people that did not think that I liked tofu. It was a limiting belief that I had, and for years I wouldn't even try it. And honestly, since I've been eating more vegan, I found it's delicious. And cooked the right way, you don't even miss the fact that you don't have chicken or something. It's just a whole flavor in itself. If you have a great sauce, it's really wonderful. So join me today for Girls Gone Vegan. So as I've said before, I'm not, I don't eat vegan every second of the day. I eat whatever I want, but I eat vegan a lot of the time, and I really love and enjoy cooking with vegetables. So this show is about teaching you how to cook with vegetables, have some good options in your life, switch it up a little bit, maybe replace a couple meals a week with a vegetarian, not vegetarian, but a vegan meal. Or, if you really want, keep getting these silly scamming phone calls. Anyway, so the first thing you want to do with your tofu is it's really wet, so you want to put it between some paper towels, and you want to, I put the cast iron skillet on top of it to drain the water out of it, because it has a lot of water in it, and you don't want to have that in there. That way it can make it crispier. So right now I have some green onions. I've got some sesame seeds. We've got sesame oil, rice vinegar, some garlic chili sauce, some honey, and some cornstarch. So let's get started. So the first thing we do is we go ahead and get the water out of there, and that's what we did. And now we are going to, I need to grab my soy sauce also. So we are going to get the pan warmed up. I've got the pan going over here, my cast iron skillet. And we're going to get that going. We're going to put some sesame oil into the skillet. So let's get this open. And then we're going to slice the tofu into cubes, and we are going to toss it together, and we are going to put cornstarch on it and toss it together, then put it into the skillet. This is a really pretty quick dish. So first of all, let's just get some of the sesame oil going here. Sesame oil is a very strong flavor. It's really nice, and it brings a really great flavor to your food. I've got to come around here, and I've got to grab my soy sauce, because of course I forgot to bring it out. Silly me. And I like to use tamari. It's an organic soy sauce. So we've got this here. So right now, let's get this tofu cut up into, I don't like it too big. I had it the other night at a restaurant, and I found it was too big, and I didn't like it. And I know at another place I had it, and it was nice and bite-sized. So I'm going to make it nice little bite-sized squares, not too big. And, like I said, this is my first time making this dish. Hi, Carmen. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I'm making a really good dish today. This is, I had this dish at Burma Superstar in San Francisco, and it was really wonderful. A really wonderful dish. So right now, I'm just cutting my tofu into little bite-sized pieces. And I've got make sure that's not too hot. I've got my sesame oil going here. I've drained the tofu, because tofu is packed in the container with water, so you want to drain it and squeeze out all the water, because that's the trick on getting it to be crispy. So we want it crispy. That's a good thing. All right. So it's so funny, like I said before, I used to think tofu was horrible. I had no idea. I never tried it. And honestly, it's really good. And it takes on the flavor of a lot of things that you cook. So I suggest to anybody that has said things like I said, I didn't like eggplant. Try it. You know, when you were younger, you might not have liked it, but you know, now you have a little more sophisticated taste. Go ahead and try new things, because it's really wonderful. Okay, so I've got these nice cubed little bite-sized pieces. Now I'm going to add these into a bowl. I'm going to add some cornstarch to it and coat it in cornstarch. Where'd it go? And then we will toss the tofu in that, and then we're going to hit it right into the skillet. So, how are you doing today, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's beautiful weather. It's so windy here in Discovery Bay. It's very windy. Very windy. So we're not going to need too much. All right. So go ahead and put the tofu into the cornstarch, into your bite-sized pieces. And we're going to coat it. So I am in the San Francisco Bay Area in California, and I'm wondering where everybody's from. So I've got this tofu in here, and I'm just coating it gently with the cornstarch. Okay, so got this going. It looks like it might be a little hot. Let's turn this down a little bit. Let's add a little more of the sesame oil. We don't want it to burn. Okay, so let's go ahead and add it in. Nice sizzling pan. I like to use my cast iron skillet for everything. This is nice. So we're just going to go ahead and get that going. I've already started my rice. I've got my brown rice going here on top of the stove. I've just put some turmeric in it. Turmeric is very good for you. It's good for inflammation in your body, so whenever I make rice, I like to put some in there. Instead of just eating it absolutely plain, that's a nice herb to eat, and it's really good for you. So, now go ahead and get this in here. And I think I'll add just a little bit more oil. So sesame oil, this is great. It's really fun to experiment and make food that you don't normally make. It's really kind of exciting. It's a fun thing to do. Okay, so we're going to bring this to immediate heat, add the tofu, brown on all sides. We are going to brown that on all sides. Now we're going to whisk together the sauce. Okay, so let's look at our sauce. What we're going to have here for the sauce, we're going to have a 1/4 cup. Grab my measuring cup. We're going to have a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. You want to use the low sodium. This is nice tamari. It's organic. We're going to use a 1/4 cup. So let's just go ahead and get that in here. 1/4 cup. Now I'm going to stir this around a little bit. Okay, you want it to brown on all sides, so we put a little more oil in here. Turn it up just a little teeny bit. Okay, so we've got the tamari, which I said this is this great soy sauce, and then 2 tablespoons of water. Okay. Two tablespoons of water. All right. 2 teaspoons of honey. I've got some organic honey here that I'm going to use. Let's see. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of that. Beautiful. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of honey, and then 1.5 teaspoons of the garlic chili sauce. This is really good stuff. Sometimes it's really hot, so, but this is going to counteract it. It's going to balance it out. So this is really nice. But this is if you want to add a little kick to something, you use this chili sauce. Okay, and we're going to use 1.5 teaspoons of the chili sauce. So let me grab. I'm using just regular spoons. I'm too lazy to get my measuring spoons. That's so funny. Such a funny girl I am. Okay, so then the chili sauce, rice, 1/2 teaspoon of the rice wine vinegar, which I've got right here. All these things bring such great flavor when you're cooking Asian food. It's really what really amps it up. I don't know why. This is tricky to get out. Oh, there we go. But of course, everything, packaging is so crazy now. Everything is so hard, wrapped up, double, triple. Oh, there we go. All right, so let's see how much of the 1/2 teaspoon of the wine vinegar. Okay. Oh, the rice vinegar, not wine vinegar. What am I saying? Rice vinegar. Okay, so let's give this tofu a stir. We want it to be crispy. So you want to separate it a little bit so that it's crisp on all sides. I notice that it's sticking a little bit together, so you want to separate it. Okay, so that's good. All right, so rice and then 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. So you're going to add a little more cornstarch to this, 2 teaspoons. That's good. Fresh teaspoon. Okay, now. Okay, so we're going to whisk this all together. Got a little whisk right here. Whisk the sauce all together with the honey. It's going to be a really nice. Okay, this is an easy one. So then once the tofu is ready, you're just going to add this. Going to add this right to the tofu, and that's going to be it. We're going to add some green onions, and it's going to be good to go. This is a really fast recipe, and it's really delicious. So we're going to whisk that. We're going to set this aside over here. We're going to flip this around a little bit. Get your tofu going here. Get it crispy. Let's turn it up just a little bit. Just like anything else that you cook, you know, you want it to get crispy, so you need to turn it on all sides. So, I would love people to share their recipes with me, their vegan recipes. It's always really great. Let's see, where do these sesame seeds go in? Let's see. I'm wondering, where's the sesame seeds? From sesame oil. Okay, well, we're going to add sesame seeds ourselves. Okay, so now, I'm just talking to myself, isn't that great? So I'm going to set all this stuff aside, and I'm going to get these green onions ready. We're just going to rinse them off. And get them cut. I tell you, this is a really wonderful recipe. I like it. Simple is good. Simple is good. Okay, so I'm just going to cut the tops off the green onions right here. Get rid of all the little tops. Okay, let's turn this, keep stirring your tofu. You want it to get brown and crispy on all sides. You don't want it to be mushy. So let's just keep stirring that around. I'm going to add a little pepper to it. Nice. Let's check our rice. Our rice is doing good. Perfect. Okay, so now I cut off the ends of the green onions, and now I'm going to wash them. And just pull you always pull the excess layer of onion skin off. Just pull that off. And that way gets rid of any kind of dirt or anything. Oh, well, it looks like we got a phone call in the background over there. That's Frank's ringer. He's got that really fun ringer. Okay, so I like to use all the way down into the chive portion. So don't waste it. I've seen people not use the bottoms, and you really want to. Okay, so now we're going to just cut this. Just line them all up really good. And cut these into thin little onion pieces. Beautiful. Okay, and then now I can hear the cooking really good over here, so let's go ahead and keep stirring this around. So this is about 14 ounces of tofu. It's about 1 pound, almost a pound. Of course, 16 ounces is a pound. But this is it's a couple good servings here. And I tell you, this is a dish that's really good. Really, really good. All right, so let's get back to our onions. And we're going to serve this over rice, over the turmeric rice. And I tell you, it's going to be great. So how are you doing? If you love to cook, if you've got some recipes, some vegan recipes, I would love you to share them in the group. Share them, and I will go ahead and make them sometime. It's always fun. I'm always looking for new things to make. And so anything that's your favorite, that you know that you really love, that other people will love, share it, and I'll tell them, where I got it. It'd be really fun. Okay, so now, there we go. So I'm going to mix that up a little bit. Okay, so we've got our onions all done. We're going to keep stirring I've got a spatula here that I'm using to get this tofu crisped up. That's going pretty good because apparently if you don't drain the water out, it can get really soggy, and you don't want to have that happen. I need to get a drink of water here. So how's everybody doing? February, we're almost to Valentine's Day and New Year. I'm very excited because I'm going to be moving up in the Oregon area and to Brookings, Oregon. So the next show not the next show, but in the next few weeks, we are going to have a new show, and it will be coming from my kitchen in Oregon, so that's going to be exciting. So I can't wait to try that. Let's go ahead and put some of these sesame seeds, toast them up in here. That's going to be good. Now you don't want to burn the sesame seeds. You definitely want to toast them, but you don't want to burn them. And those give a really delicious aroma as they're toasting. Really nice. And it gives also very good flavor. So tofu is very good. It's very high in protein. So when you're eating vegan, you want to make sure you're getting protein, and there's lots of protein in all your different vegetables. And the same with the tofu. You're getting a lot of protein out of it. It's made from soybean, and so you're getting an extra oomph of protein by having this. So this is working out really great. So this is going good. We're going to keep that going. And so so this is, I think, my show number 15. And this is so exciting at Girls Gone Vegan. I'm really excited to be here cooking these delicious dishes. And like I said before, just because you eat vegan dishes, I don't like it when people are just sticklers and they just are like, it has to be vegan and that's the only way there is. This is just a show to teach you how to cook with vegetables, make delicious dishes that you can switch up your regular meals, add some great vegetables, great proteins to your diet, and switch it up. I'm not saying you have to eat vegan every second. There's nothing wrong with that, of switching it up and eating whatever you want. I'm a firm believer in just kind of eating whatever you want. I tend to eat more vegan, and the healthier I eat, the more that's what I want to eat. So the more good recipes you have, the better, and the more often you will eat vegan, because if you have lots of delicious, satisfying recipes that you can try, you're going to stick with eating vegan a lot of the time. Okay, so we're going to whisk up this sauce here. I'm going to go ahead and add it. This is beautiful. Add that. Stir this up. Very nice sauce. Very nice sauce. We're going to add just a taste of water in here. Just a little bit of water. Because you don't want it to be too thick. You want it to make a nice sauce, and since we have the cornstarch on here, it is making its own sauce and getting kind of thick. So we will add the water that will make it more saucy. And so we can do that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's really great. It's really delicious. So this is looking good. Let's see if you can see it. Let me show you. This is great. We're live here, live in the kitchen with Stephanie Ann here. Girls Gone Vegan, and so we're adding this beautiful. I might even put a little bit more water into it because you don't want it to be super thick. And that cornstarch, cornstarch is a thickening agent, so let's go ahead and add a little bit more. Add a little bit more water to that. That's going to make it very saucy.
Spilled her water.
So this is going good. This is looking delicious. I'm going to go ahead and add the green onions right now. Got a whole bunch of those I'm going to add. And There we go. That's looking really great. And we're going to have this over the rice. It's going to be really wonderful. So, and boy, adding these onions really brings the whole thing to just a beautiful color. Beautiful, beautiful. So let me show you again how this looks. Look at this. Oh, I wish you could smell it. This is really delicious smelling. This is so good. This is going to be very yummy. You know, the great thing since I've been having this cooking show is we've been eating early on Mondays. With me cooking, this ends up to be our main meal, and our dinner's ready early. So that's really wonderful. And that's a fun thing because, you know, really you should eat earlier because, you know, the later you eat, the more likely to lay around and do stuff. So let's check the rice over here. Let's see how this rice is doing. The rice is doing great. Looking wonderful. I'll show you that. This is turmeric rice. Look at that. We're going to put that right on top of it. And so eating vegan, as we know, if you've ever watched this movie called Game Changers, eating plant-based is a really good way to get rid of a lot of ailments. You know, a lot of obesity and our health problems, high blood pressure, diabetes. A lot of these diseases are caused partially from eating the wrong foods and eating very processed foods, high animal fats, high fats, fried foods. And so the healthier you eat, the more plant-based you eat, the better off you are and the healthier you could be. So, you know, it's really worth it, just not only because it tastes good, but for your own personal health, to really start changing your diet so that you can live a better, healthier quality life, a longer life. And when you add that with your personal development, then you have a well-rounded life and you're going to go out there and have the best life possible and have an excellent, beautiful, extraordinary life. So let's get it dished up. Let's get it dished up. All right. This is beautiful. As you know, I am at Planet Gratitude Clarity Coaching. I am a mindset, empowerment, manifesting coach, helping people to live their highest quality life in the moment, engaged with love, excitement, gratitude, living their best life possible. So when you add healthy diet, because self-care is huge in the process. Self-care is very huge. So when you learn how to eat healthy, then you're going to have a better quality life. Okay, so look at this one. This is beautiful. There we go. I am Stephanie Ann Hare, and this is Girls Gone Vegan. Thank you so much for watching. This is the sesame garlic tofu today. Thank you very much, and I will see you again next week. And please like my Facebook group and join YouTube. Subscribe to me on YouTube, and I will see you over there and here and on Facebook. See you next week. Frank, can you go ahead and get that? Thank you so much. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Here. Thank you.